What is up, people? It is Jared Winkler. I am now 9 months and like 8 days smoke free. I know it's been a long time since I've actually made one of these videos. I wanted to just check in with you, let you know that first off, I'm doing really well, but also talk about a couple of issues that have kind of come up that I think might be helpful to talk about. So, number one, I might have touched on this in the past, but one thing that I feel like is really important to talk about is how you deal with the beginning of your quit. So I've realized in my life, not just with quitting smoking, but with other things, that when something is really difficult for me and it's emotional and it's bothering me, I can't just distract myself. I feel like there are two different types of people in this world. People that can distract themselves, and then people like me that need to kind of indulge in the thing. Indulge is like the wrong word, but like really focus on the thing and sort out your feelings. What made me think of this is the fact that when I quit smoking, I needed to sit in my place, watch quitting smoking videos, think about it, be uncomfortable, but I'm in it constantly. I'll never forget that first week, that first few days anyway. And recently, a couple of people at work quit smoking. And one of them was telling me how it was totally easy. He was totally distracted. He was like doing stuff for 4 days and he was all good. So I feel like there's definitely, I feel like that's something you need to sort out about yourself before you start your quit. Do you need to distract yourself, or do you need to sit within it and kind of stew in it and figure it out and figure out how you feel, knowing that it will get better? Way back, I don't even know how many months ago, but when my neighbor was quitting, it was the same thing. She was going to be out of town. And for me, that's like the scariest thing in the world. Like, to be away from my routine and try to quit smoking, that seems like absolutely insane. But that was good for her. She wanted to be distracted. She wanted to be in a place that wasn't normal for her to be smoking, with people that she's not used to smoking with, in just an entirely different place, be entirely distracted, and that worked. For me, I feel like that wouldn't be good. So that actually, it leads me to the next thing. So that individual at work that kind of quit that way, in that distracted way, there were some issues with his quit that I was a little bit worried about. Number one, in the first month, he was talking about just how easy it was, and beyond his rationale, which was he had personal reasons, but there was also the fact that it was making it easy because he had a girlfriend that is not particularly supportive of his smoking habit. There's nothing wrong with that being one of your reasons for quitting. I mean, that's great. If there's somebody in your life that would prefer that you don't smoke, I can totally understand that. But it is problematic if that is one of the driving factors. I know this personally because I have been in a situation where I've had a girlfriend that didn't like that I smoked, so I said I would quit. I never quit. I just smoked one cigarette a day when I was far away, kept up my addiction. So it's tough. You can't really quit for another person. It's just the way it is. You have to, it can be part of it, and I'm sure that there are people who have been successful that just quit for another person, but I feel like the chances are less likely. The motivating factors kind of need to be inside you a little bit more, because relationships aren't forever. And who knows, you might find yourself not in that relationship or separated from that person, and now you have no rationale to remain quit. Another thing with this individual, he had maybe a month or 2 months in, created a Facebook post where he was excited about his quit and actually gave me a little bit credit for helping him out. But he said one thing that was really scary to me there. He said, "I beat this addiction." And that is a mindset that is extremely scary to me. If you believe that you've beat it, especially 2 months in, your thinking isn't right, because this is like a lifelong thing. I'll tell you right now, at 9 months, I have to exert very little effort to keep my quit. I don't think about cigarettes hardly ever, but I do think of them occasionally. Even today, I was walking in a parking lot from a grocery store, and I looked down on the ground, and there was what looked to be a full pack of Marlboro Lights. And I just thought to myself, man, what would that feel like to smoke those? I didn't touch the pack. I'm not going to. But these little things are things that if you're not aware that you're still in the battle, these are the things that could beat you, like, entirely. So if at 2 months you think you've won, that's where this can sneak up and get you. So you have to remember that it's a lifelong battle, and not that it's hard, because like I said, the effort that you have to give is minimal. So it's not like it's difficult and I'm like feeling deprived and, oh my God, how much longer can I take this? No, you hardly ever think about it especially when you get to the point where I am. But you have to be aware that the feelings and the thoughts and the nostalgia is still going to come back. There's still going to be pain in your life where you're going to go, this is a point at which I would have smoked, and maybe you'll think of doing that. And you have to be prepared forever to curb those desires in those moments. Anyway, I'm still really proud of that person at work that tried to quit. Last time I asked him, it seemed like he was buying packs, smoking a couple, and giving them away. And I kind of know the battle, and I know that he's on the wrong path. He probably is probably today smoking again. I hope not, and I'll be supportive of him either way. I know that he wants to quit, and hopefully he will try again soon. Or hopefully he's bounced back and he's realized, man, I got too close to this tango with a really scary habit and has cut it out. So, in any case, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Like I said, I'm doing great. Personally, I feel like most of the time I don't even think about it, but occasionally when I do, it doesn't really even bother me that much. I did go to a wedding recently where I hung out with smokers. I sat there and talked with them, which is really kind of good for me because if you've watched my previous videos, I have this thing about secondhand smoke. It like scares the shit out of me. I want to stay away from it. And I was kind of in secondhand smoke and I didn't feel entirely comfortable, but I dealt with it and I didn't have any cravings the next few days like I was afraid that I might. But still, when I'm at work and I'm waiting tables and I'm working on the patio, when I do catch a whiff of secondhand smoke just from out on the street somewhere, it does kind of shock me. It makes me feel really uncomfortable, and I just try to get the hell out of there, hold my breath, and move. I still stand by the fact that I think it's best to just stay away from smoke as long as you possibly can. For the first few months or weeks, whatever it is that'll make you comfortable. For me, at 9 months in, I'd still prefer to stay away from it. Yeah, so that's just how I feel. And as for my challenge, the not drinking challenge that I did stay my full 30 days of the challenge, but then I went on for like 4 months, I think it was, total. I'll have to look at when the date of that video was. So I think it was at the beginning of June. So June, July, August, September. Now we're into October. So I did like 4 months. I did drink a couple times after that, but pretty much I'm like kind of sticking to that challenge. I'm focused so much on my health that obviously cigarettes don't fit into my healthy lifestyle, but also drinking doesn't fit into this kind of new healthy lifestyle either. So anyway, I'm gonna get going, but just wanted to check in with you, and I'll try to check in with you again sooner than I did this time around. Try to keep it less time in between videos. I hope you're all doing well. If you're quitting right now, keep going. You can get through this. The uncomfortable stuff gets less uncomfortable the longer the more time you put between you and that last cigarette. So just stay strong and you'll get there. I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of myself. We'll do this together, or you can do it alone. Whatever you want to do. All right. We'll see you next time. Peace out, folks.